Hello, welcome to Tarot by the Moon. This is Tasha. Hello again. Really happy to be here. There's a lot of lovely energy just starting to come in that we can work with and work out an interesting reading with. So thank you once again for being here. Thank you once again for all the support I've had. Once again, it's been like fantastic. Some wonderful connections, some wonderful synchronicities, just onwards and upwards. So thank you for sticking with me. We're in the waxing crescent. We're just about to go into Sagittarius after a couple of Scorpio days, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us would have been feeling a little bit, as we were last month when we went into a couple of Scorpio days, actually a little bit sort of down, a little bit sort of introspective, maybe a little bit of soul searching going on, and those sorts of deep feels. Just about to come out of it into Sagittarius energy, lovely, and at the same time we're going into the waxing crescent. So the seeds of intentions that we started last week with last week's video, now it's about nurturing that, keeping that going, pushing ahead, regardless of any or obstacles that are coming up. And the good news is the energy is just about to change into Sagittarius, as I say. So did a bit of a meditation on that, and straight away linked in with horses. No surprise, just happy horses, running, dancing, wanting to be outside, wanting to have a bit more of an adventure. And it's a nice relief after the, as beautiful Scorpio energy can be in a very poetic and sort of poignant way. It's just perfect how the universe looks after us and these things. It really is. So it's, so the weird thing was, that's what I was going to share with you guys as well. So then I was like, right, I've sort of meditated on that. I know where we're at with the energies. Took Mr. Milo over the park for a walk. First thing I've seen when I've gone in the park, 4 horses. Never see horses in Aberdare Park. So I was like, yeah, I need to go home and do this right now for you guys while the energy's there. So it's Saturday night now. So tomorrow, Sunday, we'll be going into the waxing crescent, and it'll be in lovely Sagittarius. So it's just about overcoming those obstacles. It's about pushing on with a bit of joy, prance forward, I want to say, dance forward, go with that energy. It's much needed. I have to say I've felt a lot of activity in all the chakras again this week, like all of them, but in particular some kind of link between throat, root and solar plexus. I felt that for the collective. I felt like there's it's as if we're being shown, we've done all of this work and it's amazing, but look, here's the next bit. And there's been a bit of a sort of a daunting sort of feeling to that. But when I've sort of felt deeper into it, it feels like it's okay, it's where it should be, we're doing all right and all of that. But there's this sort of an energy link that wants to sort of develop between your throat, your root and your solar plexus. So where you're wanting and needing to get things done, your root, which needs to be balanced before you can do that, I suppose, and then also the throat, open up communication, and getting balls rolling, I suppose, comes up with that as well. On the weird inklings front this week, my friends, it's been, there's been some things I could sort of go on about, but we won't do that here. The only thing I've been shown really clearly is a white car. And I just keep getting shown this all the time in my peripheral, in my meditations, all the time. Somebody with a white car. And I can sort of zoom in on that car a little bit, and it's I don't know anything about cars either. I'm like the worst person ever to talk about cars, so it's be interesting. But it's got the other day I had it all worked out what it was. It was like, it's got a what do you call it? The words are not going to come to me now. A bumper on it. It's got there's something very distinct about the grille as well, which somebody sort of, I don't know how to explain that, sort of proud of it or something. Apart from that, got nothing else there for you guys right now this week, so do let me know if that's resonating for anyone at all. Just have me sip of water there, thank you. The other thing I just wanted to mention, I know a lot of you, thank you so much for subscribing and everything, and I've never really answered this question, and people have been asking me it from the beginning. Some people get it and some people just don't understand why I'm doing it, where you can't actually see my face. So I just wanted to chat about that for a minute, because it's really lovely that people feel they want to see face to connect and things like that, but my personal feeling on it is it's just I feel like people are going to focus on the messages more, to be honest with you, and I feel like I do as well. I feel like I've got to worry about less, and there's something, I don't know, there's something old-fashioned about it for me as well, because, you know, the oracles in the ancient times and, you know, proper old school mediums, you know, that our grandmothers used to sort of be or hang out with, they would wear a veil, you know, because it's not about, everyone's different, and I got no problem, you know, everyone's different. I'm just doing the best thing that I can do to deliver the energy correctly for you guys, and I just feel this is the right thing, so that we focus on the energies. So with that said, my darlings, thank you for sticking with me. I'm going to go in now and get our messages out. First of all, I'm going to call in, as we always do, the highest vibration of love and only love into this reading for yourselves, for myself, for everyone involved with this reading, for all of the people we care about, for the whole planet, for the animal life, for the ocean life, for the life we don't even understand, just the highest vibration of love and only love, and that we are to serve as conduit for divine source messages that will aid to guide us all, both collectively and as conscious individuals. Okie dokie, here we go. So, as I say every week as well, please give me a like. It's been fantastic getting likes off you guys and getting all the messages as well off you lovely people. Give me a share, give me a subscribe, share me on your social media, help me out in that way, in any way you can. Every little thing that you do really helps and goes a long way. I really enjoy doing these readings for you, you know that. It's getting a proper little sunshine, my darlings. I'm just going to keep them there today. I'm feeling this way today, so let's see what's coming up. Okay, lovely. Right, this Two of Swords there in the area of state of mental health, our thoughts, our capacities, and the element of air within ourselves. This is a lot to do with indecision. Somebody who's feeling a bit stuck, and I feel like, you know, this is another obvious thing that's obvious on the collective, isn't there? There's so many, you know, there's always something we're being asked to decide between this or that. This just makes me think of politics in general, to be honest with you, and all, you know, it's got to be this or it's got to be that. But I do feel this is for somebody here in particular, and I want to say, whichever way you choose, it's going to be the right way. You just have to accept that there's going to be sort of sugar and spice either way. So, and puppy dog's tails either way, if you know what I mean. So it's getting stuck in it is getting nowhere, you know. It's time to sort of free yourself from that mental anguish, because that will cause a certain level of mental anguish. I've got to give it to you like it is, and you know I will. The Two of Swords is very much stuck in a, mentally that is stuck in, and it is a card of mental powers as well. It's just like you're at a crossroads, or it's this or it's that, and you know there's pros and cons here, and you know there's pros and cons there. Now, very often you're just not seeing straight at the minute. you need to sort of step back from it even, I'd say. If it's getting that intense where you're just going round and round in circles or something, and it's just time to realise that you're doing that is just building up even more negative energy, that is just wasting your time and depleting your energy, and just take a step back from it and take your mind away from whatever that is for now. It gives me the energy of when I was a kid at school and you'd be stuck on a maths problem or something like that, and never mind how much you try and work it out, keep coming up with different answers, and then you just get so stuck. And the only way to deal with that would be to just move on to the next part of your work or wherever, and then come back to it at the end. And then very often the answer would just be there. It would be obvious to you then. It's kind of that kind of energy, okay, but applied to something quite important in life. And obviously, you know, we could go on and on about how that's a thing out there, let's say. So, okay, bear in mind as well the last couple of days, as I say, we've all been it's a bit of a deep energy, so you may have sort of Scorpio, that may well have affected you sort of getting stuck in your head with something and sort of swirling round and round with it. Instead of just letting it lie. Let's see what's going on in our area of water, my darlings. We've got the fire. This is what confused me because I don't know it's fire, but we're in the area of water, so this is all about our emotions. This is all where we're up to with all of that. So, you know, let's have a look what's going on there. It's a lovely Four of Wands. Didn't we get this last week, and didn't we get it as an extra card, and it came up and stabilised everything and all of that? Yeah. So there it is again. It's still with us. It's still with us. It was with us on the new moon, and now it's carrying us through the next part of the moon. So all those seeds that we sowed at the beginning, where this card came up, this was about stability, okay? This was about strength. This was about, you know, continuing to move forward, being very practical about things and everything as well. It's come up again in our emotions, so it's still with us. We can still work with that, and wow, because if anything you know, our emotions, so this something's driving us crazy, but our emotions actually already know the answer, because there's a lot of stability there actually at the root. So it's, you know, it's gonna be okay, my loves, okay? This is what I'm saying, it's going to be okay. We can't, you know, what did we say at the beginning of the new moon, on the Leo new moon, when we started these videos, right? You know, you've got to have your head and your heart working as one. This is a classic example of where we can learn from that. So at the minute we might not be feeling like that at all, all right? And I can totally relate to that energy right now as well. It's sometimes you're just not feeling that right at all, even though you know that's right and that's what we should all be doing. But it's not that easy. But when it's not that easy, that's right as well, because that's our chance to look at like what we can change and what we can learn from it. So right now your heart's pretty good, stable, yeah, emotions okay, but up, yeah, there's this, yeah, time to bring them into harmony again. There's something going on here, moving on to the area of fire, and there's something going on here with somebody, I feel like, the Hermit card again, this came up last week, because I said it's perfect to start us into Virgo season, because it is Virgo's card, the Hermit. It feels like somebody here is really, this decision, alright, somebody's thinking of going it alone in some way, whether that's related to business or personal life, or in some sense, it feels like somebody's deciding, or in an indecision of withdrawing their energy from something for sure. If that's what you're deciding to do, this reading, if that's resonating with you, then pay attention, because this is a pretty good sign that this is a pretty, you know, this, you're on the right path there. This is something that you need to do. This is something that will bring you, when you come out the other side of it, you will be, you know, a much better place. than you have been before you've gone in there. This is where you go in and you sort of seek your wisdom, and you get your wisdom, and you get your downloads, and you get your enlightenment, and you get your epiphanies, and you do your healing. And when you come back out, when you're ready to come back out of that hermit phase, you shine that. But that's why he's got that beautiful lamp. You shine that back out into the world after he's climbed his mountain, you know, and had his epic adventure alone, because that's the way it has to be sometimes. So if that is something that somebody's been, I was feeling that very strongly for somebody, if that is something that somebody's been pondering, that's a pretty good indicator from Spirit that you're on the right track. And in your emotions, in your heart, you already know it, because in your heart, when you think about, it's like when you're thinking about, oh, shall I go it alone, or shall I just stick with this, whatever it is you're at, it's like your emotions are feeling really stable at the thought of going a bit hermit for a while, okay? Totally necessary. And I'm so glad to say as well, when we look over to this, what's popped up in Earth for us, we've got the beautiful Chariot, and we had this right at the beginning, and we're doing these readings quite a lot. And this is what it's saying, you know, once you've come out of this hermit stage, he's climbed his mountain, he's shone his light back out, and then all of a sudden a new path opens up, a completely new direction. It looks like you've just come down from that very mountain, if you look at those two together, and there's a huge path opened up, and he's already checked down the road with that. That path is going to find you. I always feel with this particular deck of cards in particular, it's like as if the path is finding him more than finding the path even. It's just there, and one day you look and it's just there, you know, and there's change. It'll be time to come out of this, and you'll know. It's quite strong. I'm going to clarify, we're going to get some extra information. Let's see what's coming up. If this is resonating for anyone, please leave me a comment below, or get in touch in any way you can. You can email me as well. My email address is on the Tarot by the Moon Facebook page. I'm going to improve that Tarot by the Moon Facebook page. I'm not happy with that. I realise that isn't very much use. But let's see what we got here. I had a feeling this would come up. There we go. 8 of Cups. Coming up in our area of air. To clarify. 3 of Cups coming up in our area of water, to clarify. Lovely. That's the one I saw first, the Sun. Actually, it was first. That's okay. The Hermit. And a 9 of Cups coming up with the Chariot. I'm not surprised to see that either. That's great. This is lovely. So, right, somebody here, my darlings. In our mental powers, we're stuck in this indecision, okay? We're thinking of going out alone very much in one way or another, but certainly on a new path. What's come up to clarify that for us? Couldn't have been a better card, couldn't have been a better energy. I had a feeling we'd see it. I thought about it when I was talking about that. We need to see an 8 of Cups, and there's your 8 of Cups. I love it. It's all about actually going on a completely new journey, a completely new direction, what did I just say about the path finding us? And then out comes this. That's what it's about. It's about going off confidently, making your decision and going off confidently on a brand new, I always think this is more like pastures new on this particular deck. It's like something about sovereignty as well with this Lion here. It's something to do with your own authority. It's something to do with independence. And good on you. And good on you, whoever that's for. Fantastic stuff. It can only be good. Once you've settled in your mind and made up that choice, which is what tarot's all about. That's why we do this is why we do these things. The next one coming up is the Three of Cups, to clarify the Four of Wands in the area of fire, which is water, which is our emotions, etc. Our heart. So glad to see the Three of Cups. Literally, and we've had this a couple of times as well, and I hope more of you are experiencing, even if it is only a little bit at a time, like just actually being able to just sort of like relax and have a nice time. I think I've explained this to you guys before, and a lot of you will know, on the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, there's often a pole with three ladies dancing around just drinking, in the sort of classical Greek style. I think they kind of look in my mind's eye, I can't quite remember, you know what I mean. It's literally that. It's literally friends, particularly female friends, but friends of all persuasions. And again, it's very Sagittarian, I want to say as well, Three of Cups, because it's about just getting together. They're having a little dance around the little maypole or wherever, just relaxing, having a laugh, a bit of joy, going forward, pushing past this next cycle of the moon, where, we are going to have obstacles, it's life. But bit of joy, finding a little bit of, look, they're all having a drink, they're all smiling. There's a couple of them pondering there. But, I mean, that's because there's good things to come. This is the good things to come, okay? So in our emotional states, there's all this lovely stability with the Four of Wands, and then there's this lovely relaxation sort of coming in as well with the Three of Cups, and I feel like that is very much a part of the Sagittarian vibe coming in for us as we come into this next phase of the moon. It's fantastic. The next one to come out was the Sun, beautiful Sun. We always love the Sun, never mind what. Come up there in the area of fire, which is our will to get things done. Well, we discussed the Hermit energy coming up there. So somebody might be deciding, they've got to go alone and go a bit hermit. But the Sun's come up to say, yes, basically, it's a big yes. It's a massive yes card amongst many other fantastic associations. It's all about fertility. It's all about health. So this, might feel counterintuitive, or other people might be questioning your sort of your choices. Doesn't matter. You know what's right for you. You felt it in your heart. That's why you felt that Four of Wands energy when you thought about it. The Sun's there to say, no, this can only bring abundance. This can only bring abundance, healing, wealth, sustenance, joy, pride, love. Look at him. Proper pagan Sun, that one. Now, it did come out in the reverse. What I will say, it's such positive energy. I mean, it's the Sun, even when it's in the reverse, it still pretty much means the same thing, but it takes a little bit longer, or for some reason you feel like it's taking longer, but that's no surprise when you're working with Hermit energy. So if you've decided to go it alone, or you're feeling that, it's no surprise that you might feel like that Sun's just a little bit out of reach, okay, in your life. It's not, it's there. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's bringing a lot of joy and hope as we push forward, through the rest of into the autumn season, which I'm getting quite excited about this year, I've got to be honest. Nine of Cups, love the Nine of Cups. Not surprised to see that either. And do you know what? I say this every week about one card or another. If I could have my star card of the week that's come up most for myself and for other people's readings, it's been the Nine of Cups. And so it's no surprise that it's come up in our collective reading as well. It's a nice card. It's a lovely energy. It's about contentment. It's about the flow of life. It's about things are not too bad, when we got a Nine of Cups energy. We can't really complain. It's not a 10, but we're not greedy, and we feel content. The only one that's missing there is the one, as I say, and that one is often about self-care. A little bit of self-care. It's showing us that we have done a lot of work on ourselves. We have started to reorganise the way we do things, and take care of ourselves. And maybe a lot of you out there have been, trying to trying to curb the negative habits and trying to improve ourselves, doing a bit more exercise, doing a bit more positive thinking and things like that. So it's showing us that we have done really well. And that's what's manifesting in the area of Earth. So I love it. That's what we're manifesting. Okay, we're getting through here. Also, it came up to clarify that Chariot energy. Well, yeah, sure enough. Once we've done the work of the Hermit, and then we've accepted that Chariot. We've accepted that. We've opened ourselves up to that new path and gone along with it. It can bring us nothing but contentment with the Nine of Cups. I love that energy. Life's good, you know. That's what this is showing us this week, I feel. I want to say that. Life's good. It doesn't always feel like that. We're often discombobulated. We're often at odds with ourselves and the things around us. But I feel like this energy this week, especially as we push forward with that moon now, push forward with those intentions that we started last week, that's what's showing us, you know, life can be good. Life is good. Once we've decided, once we've got out of our headspace, got our heads out of our, you know, that Two of Swords. Let's be fair, that wasn't a great card to start with, but look how it's panned out. There's nothing else there that's, you know, I feel really happy with that for everyone. I feel like I want to talk a bit more, and not sure what about, so I'm just going to go in with this tarot deck, and I'm just going to ask Spirit if there's anything we've left out that we need to know about you. Let's see what's coming up. A Four of Swords. A Four of Swords, my darlings. So that's all about a truce of some kind. Did you hear Mr. Milo joining in there? And you can't, his blood curdling. Off he goes. Sorry, pal. Yeah, it's, yeah, Four of Swords. This is a bit of healing coming in again. And it is a truce, isn't it? It's gotta be. To make a difficult decision, whatever difficult decision you're making, and you're a bit stuck in that energy, this is the filter, isn't it, this week? It's the Four of Swords. Just bringing that energy through, just pulling everything through, that does feel like it's bringing a healing in. It's taking away what's not necessary anymore, and it's also at the same time protecting what needs to be protected and kept, which is a perfect way to sort of continue with the energy as we roll through the month now, the lunar month. I'm loving that. That's what I'm feeling there. I'm just going to see what's at the bottom of the pack for us, beautifuls. Oh, we had this one the other day, and I was thinking about it earlier on as well, how we were all getting on with that. We got the Wheel of Fortune again. So we had this last week, and literally I was earlier on wondering how because I know a few of you have got in touch with me, but I just wonder, you know, how that has affected people this week. It does feel like it's a big change of some kind. I mean, the wheel is always a change of some kind. A case of moving forward. It's a change. It's a chance. It's a opportunity. It's serendipity often as well. I feel like there's been quite a lot of that about in my life lately. You know, I'd love to hear all of any of your weird experiences around that, but I feel like this week that's being hidden from us more. It's like we've almost forgot that is there for us. That energy is there for us to access as well, and it is supporting us, whether we can see it or we've forgotten it or not. That energy is definitely supporting us all of the time. So push through, my lovelies. Push through like the dancing horses of happy horses. I wrote it down in big letters, and I was like, happy horses, and I literally couldn't believe it. And then I went in the patterns of the horses. And it is literally that. That's how I see us pushing. That's the energy I see us pushing forward with joy. Sagittarius, you know, get outside when you can, laugh when you can. This is how we push obstacles away. This is how humanity does that. That's the energy we link into when we're doing that. Sort it out. Sort out what's not feeling right in your root that you need to sort out, that you need to pull up through your solar plexus and pull up through your throat, whatever it is. Perhaps you need to spit something out. Perhaps you just need to have a really good laugh. That's all to do with the throat chakra as well, you know, or a really good sing to something. Whatever it is, we're going to do it. We're going to prance forward, okay? That's beautiful. I feel drawn. I don't know. I feel drawn to come over here a minute and talk about some other cards to see what else comes up here. I've got some oracle card sets now. Obviously, you can tell me what ones you'd like me to use if you like. I've got these Brian Froud, which are fabulous fairy cards. Okay. Now look what I've pulled out of there magically as well without even thinking of it. That's the Fawn. This card is literally all about being more playful, having more of a laugh. I haven't got the little book that goes with it back to hand to read it to you from it directly, but that's an example of something that I could do, all right? It is literally all about, it's very Sagittarius, this Fawn energy. I can't remember the exact description, but I know that it is. And I know when I've worked with that energy, more importantly, it sort of leads you on, like, you know, follow this, like, you know, follow that. It's time for you to lighten up. It's time for us to relax. That's what that's saying. It's this welcome relief, I think, for a lot of us after the new moon energies. We're very intense and a bit of a rough ride for a few of us out there are very sensitive and we suffer without headaches and whatever, and then we've gone straight into that Scorpio energy and it has felt a little bit you know, doing way too much soul searching or sort of looking back and things like that, just out to the blue for no good reason as well. That's okay, just ride with it. We're going into lovely Sag now. There's the angel message, my darlings. Divine essence. Sorry, I had to look at it for ages then because the writing's so small and my eyes are getting so bad. And it says, there is strength and power in our soft and vulnerable side. And there really is. This is what part of what Tarot by the Moon is all about. It's about learning to flow with the energies instead of fighting with them. Okay, the more we can learn about that and the more we can share with that. Yeah, you guys are with me, I know you are 100%. And that's very true. I like that. That's beautiful. I'm going to leave it at that, really, my darlings. Oh, this is looking at me as well. Look, manifest your dreams. There you go. The winds of change you, and everything is possible. Stay focused. I like that one. Manifest it. Do it, my darlings. Stay focused, okay? Everything's possible. Make your mind up. There's the new path. You know it. You know it makes sense because you know it feels good in your bones. That's why we had that. It's all there, my lovelies. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I feel like it has been quite particular to somebody in particular out there, and I can't wait to hear how this resonates with you. Please get in touch. Let me know if you'd like me to do the oracle cards, which ones you'd like me to do. I've also got these Celtic animal and tree ones, and I've also got the moon ones, which I do them on the full moon anyway. So choose between the Froud ones, the Celtic animal ones. They're a bit more basic, if I'm honest, but still you can get a lot out of a simple animal totem or plant totem. And these are the angelic messages. Okay, so up to you. Let me know, and I'll try and include them a little bit. Any suggestions or feedback that you've got for me, I'll be so grateful. And yeah, let's prance forward like happy horses through the rest of the week. And I'll be back with you in around about a week's time. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Thank you. Love and light. Bye.